Hi! If you are a fan of pork chops, I have the recipe for you today. I'll show you how to make pork chops with balsamic-peach glaze served with roasted sweet potatoes and broccoli, a fantastic meal that gives a hefty boost to your veggie and fruit intake for the day. Okay, to start, I have the oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to make the marinade for the pork. I'm mixing together 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, which is about 2 cloves, and 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Now, you could use canola oil if you prefer. So, now a quick whisk. And I'm going to save half of this mixture to use on the vegetables when I'm ready to roast them. Now, here's our pork. Usually, the leanest pork cuts you can buy are tenderloin and loin chops like I have here. Now, these are 4 thin cut top loin pork chops that are about 4 ounces each, and I've trimmed away any visible fat with my knife. I am going to add my vinegar mixture to the bag. And I'm just going to chill it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. Now, while my pork is marinating, I'm going to roast my vegetables. Here I have 2 cups of sweet potatoes that I cut into bite-sized pieces. And you can see I left the skin on for extra nutrition. Plus, these crisp up nicely when roasting. So I'll put those into the bowl. And here I have 2 cups of broccoli florets, also cut into bite-sized pieces. And I'll add in the reserved vinegar mixture. A 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, along with a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And I'll give all that a mix until the veggies are coated. Now, you could swap in all kinds of vegetables, as most of them are delicious when roasted, like carrots, regular potatoes, cauliflowers, beets, all kinds of squash, eggplant, the list goes on. You just want to make sure that you spread your veggies out in one layer on a baking sheet coated with cooking spray, like I'm doing now. That way they cook evenly. So I'm going to roast these for about 35 to 40 minutes until the sweet potatoes are soft in the middle and the broccoli starts to crisp. Now I'm going to make a peach glaze for the pork. In this small pot over medium-low heat, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, 1 cup of frozen peaches that I thawed and chopped, a 1/2 cup of sugar-free preserves, an 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1 tablespoon of fresh thyme leaves. I remove these from the stem by taking the stem and running my thumb and forefinger down the stem. Now, I'll mix that up, and I'm going to stir this often until the sauce begins to simmer, which is when little bubbles start to form at the surface. Now, it might seem strange to pair meat with peaches, but actually, cooked fruit like peaches, apples, pineapples, and oranges are all delicious with beef, chicken, or pork. Plus, it's a tasty way to get more fruit into your eating routine. And often I'll use frozen fruit. I'll either thaw it in the bag in the refrigerator overnight, or if I'm short on time, I'll take the fruit out of the bag and thaw it in a bowl of lukewarm water for about 10 minutes. My peach glaze is done, and my pork has finished marinating in the refrigerator. I've discarded that vinegar marinade, and now I'll sprinkle a half teaspoon of black pepper over the pork. And now, back to the stove where I'm heating up a large skillet over medium heat that I've coated with cooking spray. I'll add the pork chops, and I'm going to let them cook for 2 to 3 minutes per side until they are cooked all the way through and there's no pink in the middle. It should read 145 degrees Fahrenheit on a meat thermometer when it's ready. That looks good. So, my pork dinner has come together quite nicely. I've drizzled the peach sauce over the pork, and here it is plated. Pork chops with balsamic peach glaze, roasted sweet potatoes, and broccoli. Your family will think they are in a restaurant after you serve this up. I sometimes add brown rice or whole wheat buns to the table for a serving of fiber-rich whole grains too. Well, I'm going to dig in now. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and get to try it out soon.